What if the most important part of you isn't actually inside your body? What if the awareness you call your mind doesn't originate in your brain at all? For centuries, we have been told a simple story about consciousness. The brain is the source of the mind. Billions of neurons fire electrical signals. Chemicals move between cells, and somehow those biological processes produce thoughts, emotions, and memories. It seems logical. Damage the brain, and the mind changes. Alter brain chemistry, and perception changes. Shut the brain down, and consciousness disappears. But what if that explanation is only part of the story? What if the brain is not the creator of consciousness, but something else entirely? Imagine for a moment that your brain functions less like a generator and more like a receiver. A radio does not create music. It receives signals that already exist in the air and translates them into sound. If the radio breaks, the music stops. But the signal itself does not disappear. It continues to exist, invisible and silent. Now imagine that your brain might work the same way, not producing consciousness, but tuning into it. It would mean your awareness might not be confined to the physical structure of your brain. If consciousness does not originate in the brain, where does it come from? Modern neuroscience has made incredible progress. Scientists can identify regions responsible for language, memory, and decision-making. But even with all this knowledge, one mystery remains untouched. They cannot find the exact point where consciousness appears. This mystery is known as the hard problem of consciousness. How does a collection of physical particles create the inner experience of existence? How do electrical signals become the color red, the taste of coffee, or the feeling of love? If consciousness emerges from the brain, then it should disappear when brain activity stops. Yet cases challenge this. Near-death events. Individuals who later recover report vivid and detailed experiences during the time they were clinically unconscious. If consciousness requires a functioning brain, how could such experiences occur when brain activity is nearly absent? Another strange clue comes from cases involving severe brain damage. Individuals with significantly reduced brain tissue still demonstrate intelligence. Could the brain be more like a filter? Some propose the filter theory, where the brain limits a much larger field of awareness. Imagine consciousness as an enormous ocean, and the brain as a small opening through which only a tiny stream flows. Ancient philosophical traditions proposed that consciousness is the fundamental nature of the universe. Just as waves appear separate on the surface while remaining part of the same water, we might be patterns within a larger field. In recent years, some physicists suggested consciousness might be connected to reality at the quantum level. The observer effect. Some interpretations suggest consciousness may play a role in determining physical reality. Panpsychism proposes that consciousness is a basic feature of reality, present in some form throughout the universe. If consciousness exists beyond the brain might function like an interface. Think of a computer screen displaying the internet. Destroy the interface, and the connection disappears. But the underlying consciousness might continue to exist beyond it. Everything you have ever known has occurred within the field of awareness you call your mind. Without awareness, there would be no colors, no sounds, no meaning to the universe at all. The next time you notice your thoughts, ask yourself, where exactly is the awareness observing them? The mystery of awareness may be the key to understanding the deepest nature of reality itself.